Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
All right then, let's see if we can do this properly. You got yourself me, you got yourself some game sound. We are happy days. Away we go, of course, with Mythic versus TeamOne. My God, it's been a long time since I went behind the microphone, so definitely looking forward to getting back into this one. Obviously an exciting tournament ahead, but before we even get into the juicy bits, before we get into the pistol round, I do want to ask how you beautiful folk in the chat are doing today. Obviously, this is going to be a solo cast, which means we can actually have a conversation. It's actually madness. Plus, I see the Insomnia in here as well, so that's always happy days. Game sound looks like it's hella high, so we're going to fix that real quick. So it's less blasting in your face, that's what I should say. That should be a little bit better, but we can work on that before pistol begins. So that's all good. I'll tell you what, Twitch chat, do me a favor, right? Answer me an important question. Whereabouts in the world is everybody from? I know we got ourselves some Brazilian fans here, I know that's for sure. What about Mythic? Where you guys at? Getting a lot of Cali, a lot of USA, bit of Sweden. Hello from Germany, Hawker, we see you. Elod from Ireland. Got more Irish people, a lot of UK people in there. Represented, I respect you guys. Up at midnight on the grind. Love it. I got an Indian guy in here as well, another British guy. Northern Gooseland, okay. Romanian, Brazil, a lot of Denmark love. A lot of Danish love, in fact. That's awesome. Guys, we've truly got ourselves a bit of a global crowd here, which is what I love to see. It's always it's my favorite question when starting a stream for the night, getting into these games. Obviously, it's a long night usually. Sometimes have 2 or 3 best of 3, so 6 to 9 hours. It's always good to get to know you guys, see who's here cheering along who. But nonetheless, we have got ourselves a game. Of course, it is Mythic versus TeamOne. And this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, Dust2, it's a map that I've been wanting to cast for a very long time. We've had a couple of great series on it so far, but now it's back in the map pool. It's better than ever. Already a short push looking like it will be coming in. A nice initial kill collected by the CT side as a second. I mean, all 4. They're just falling into laps at this point. TeamOne, where you at? It's all on one player. He's stuck up on A site, trying desperately to survive. But it is not looking good. Cut down by Hayes as he does wonders. A quad kill picked up for Mythic as they secure themselves the first round in this best of 3. Who is this? Is this Hugo? Yeah, this is Hugo. I'm pretty sure I don't know if he'd be upset or happy that we sound like each other. Nonetheless, a lovely cheeky 4K coming in from Hayes and a Mythic pistol, which is, hey, it's a rarity. For the record, by the way, this is definitely not Hugo, but I'll leave it to Twitch chat to continue guessing who it is. For the guy who said he really misses Tom, I miss Tom too. He's our favourite bald egg, outside of the bald eagle himself. The bot in Flom's chat said it was 99% that Mythic would lose pistol. That's an interesting stat. Stats, sometimes they lie, and you learn it here first. Obviously, this round should be relatively simple. The Founders and such should just be able to gobble up these pistols, but you never know what's going to happen when you're in a land of Deagles and CZs and such. Some madness can come through, such as the A site being taken. I mean, some nasty shots there landed by the Deagle means a kill is collected for TeamOne, but Hayes is on the site, should be able to lock us down with 2, if not all 3 kills, and so he does. Aided by Pollen, of course. He collects 1 with the SMG as money is made. And most importantly, a second round is secured by Mythic. See, someone's got it right. It's not Hugo, it's not Harry, it's not Tom. It's actually Insomnia. It's a fact. There is no command in chat either, so this is just going to be an impossible guessing game. I'd be shocked if anybody actually knew. I've not casted in about a month, Actually not a month, but the last thing I casted was the IM Oakland qualifiers. Give you a little bit of a clue. Nonetheless. Ah, someone's already guessed it. He's onto it. I mean, Mythic are just crushing these pistols. Super, super easy. You are British, so you are called Gary. The Spandos. We're just a collective of awesome British talent, what can I say? But yeah, Fire, I'm gonna go with Fire Capes is correct. He's got the right idea. Stream's quiet as hell. I mean, it actually should be good. If everyone else has got an issue, then we can turn things up, but it's like, you just might have to turn the volume up on your Twitch player, because most streams are hella loud. So we try to fix that. A couple of those flashes out towards the end along those. You are going to see Adrian going for these early duels. Cheeky with the AWP, but no reward just yet. The shot will not connect, and no duel to be taken as a follow-up there. Mythic able to find an early kill. Adrian actually going to continue to get aggressive, just seeing if he can trap Nico stuck behind this blue container. Another smoke going to go down. No flash to be thrown. Just going to take the dry peek. Nico has been spotted, but will he find a kill on the way out? Oh, so close. Dangerously close, but no kill to be found. Anger finishing him off. An advantage put in play for Mythic. However, it has prompted a good decision from TeamOne. They rallied the troops down through mid, got themselves through mid door, smoked off towards CT, and now they're going to push and wrap, and most importantly up on towards this B side, which is just what we want to see. If the pressure can come in from his teammate over in tunnels, this SMG, well, it could do wonders, but I think Holland is just shutting them down before they can even get going. 2 kills finally found, but is it too little too late? I mean, look at that HP, 5. At least you're 89 on Maluk, but I'm just not sure it's going to be enough. A tough retake. The Mythic still, but just got brute force. Maluk's having none of it, though. He just takes every single fight. This man has got balls of steel. Just going at it. He's right now desperately trying to field a couple of shots with this AK, but it is just not going to plan. Picks up the sneaky kill. 5 HP remains. Tap it away, but nothing going his way. Whips out the AWP. Sees if he can maybe finish it off with a flick. Needs a little bit more practice with the wrist as it just doesn't quite work out. Doesn't get the fadeaway even with the USP. Just going to run off into the distance and save that AWP. 2 HP remains. Cut it fine. I see the whole volume debate, but I'm just not sure what the conclusion is. So Insomnia, I'm going to rely on you here, buddy. You are now the source of truth of Twitch chat. Let me know if we need to go up or down, and I'm a trust in you. For the guys who are saying, is it Flakes? It is in fact Flakes. Hello. Good to see you all again. It's nice to be back behind the mic. Had a little bit of time off, just to relax and refresh. And basically just try and become a good caster, right? That's what we like to tell ourselves. But we're back, and with the new flat move tomorrow, we'll be back even more. The daily streams will be a thing. I've got a new show coming out as well. Cheeky little podcast. Gonna be a good time. Obviously, though, do want to keep things focused on this best of 3. 3-1 scoreline. TeamOne do have to be very careful about how they play this one out. Do not want to let a team like Mythic run away with a lead. Adrian going to get the early duel. The flash is timed well, but Adrian is just one step ahead. Picks up the early frag, setting the tempo for this round off. Rather unfortunate manner. Still a minute on the clock, though, so by no means point in time for TeamOne to feel like they have to rush into anything, as the Flames do lay themselves down upon short, blocking just another option for them as a team. All but clumped up in mid now, just looking to see maybe if they can go for this split towards B. We can see that being telegraphed, of course, by the CT smoke combined. Once again, the position of the teammate in tunnels, but smoked off, flashed off. So much utility in play by Mythic here that this is going to be a hard sell. Flom with the molly as well. They know what's up. They've got the read. They know exactly what is coming. The bomb's rotated towards tunnels, so it could get a little bit dicey just because they can't drop that and deny the plant. But with 20 seconds left, we'll have to see how it's going to go. Flom is blind. He does nothing at all, but Pollen is going to save the day anyway. Adren then comes in through CT, and the retake is going to get on. 10 seconds left. They can sneak in a plant. Hayes, I don't think it's going to go diving through the door. He's just going to wait it out, wait for the smoke, and most importantly, that follow-up flash, and then they can begin. But you kind of mollied yourself off. Make it a little bit awkward for you to take that duel now. Yeah, that's That's not what we wanted to see. Everything was good, but then the molly just didn't quite work out. Hazed then just to get side blinded. Leaving just anger. No, 1-on-1. Another molly dropped on towards the door. Trying to sit with the fuse, but fortunately just takes the jewel instead. That's where he falls short, and TeamOne will get themselves a second round. By God, the camera work was doing its own little thing there, so we just took it manual. Let me just shuffle my keyboard a little bit so we can do that properly, because that was some mouse action. And you just don't want to observe just using a mouse. Let me just say that. Right, now we got a keyboard in a good position. We can actually look at the things that are important, because Auto Director is just not doing us any favors at all here. Let's see how this pans out. I actually like this little bit of presence towards long. They've picked up the fact that no one's there for a start, which has been something they could have done a lot in the early few rounds of their CT side, to put it simply. So they just push and prod with this SMG. They get a little bit of information on how Mythic are adapting. Take things from there. Obviously, we know that TeamOne have gone for these mid to Bs now. It's their fallback plan for every T round practically. It's had its rough bumps, but most importantly, they did collect the previous round. Now their teammates in mid will trade 1-for-1. Smokes are going to come down, granting them this important pathway up onto the side. But will Anger be able to pick off one before the plant comes in? And it's certainly going to be the first question. The list of many is a bit of damage done. It's actually a nice frag grenade. Just slows down any sort of potential peak from Anger. A couple of extra seconds bought. Smoke allows them to work their way out, maybe even boost up on the box. They're going to go for that. Meanwhile, we're going to see Adren just work out with the scout. I wonder if Pollen will be able to find anything at all here. Hazed, in fact, surprising us, but the player to watch is going to be MCH with the SMG. Finds one, plays with his teammate for a second, maybe even a chance at a third, but finally traded. Leaving Hazed just to tap them away. All he's got to do is find the bomb and stick it and hope and pray. Bit of a hectic frenzy, but looks like Hazed is just a little too short. Oh, Hazed! Buddy! That is cutting it down. Farming the kills on the site and then gets a last second defuse. He just gets better and better. The quad kill and pistol. A clutch play there. 13-2. What a legend. He is just better. Twitch chat. The quote right there. That was a bit, yeah, frantic really is the best description for me. I actually thought that TeamOne had that in the bag. That little crossfire they had where they were playing sort of just off the ramp and then off the back corner of sight worked so well, but it just crumbled all of a sudden. I think they peeked out and they just decided to take the duel against that last player. So I guess the question is, why did they peek? I don't want to dig too much into it because obviously I'm going off a couple of things that are questions more than answers. Hazed, buddy, you're just too damn good. A double kill through the smoke. Just making a mockery of TeamOne there. Because now it's a 4v2. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Obviously now you've got TeamOne stuck between a rock and a hard place. What can they possibly do here, right? Like, you try and work up through short, your next problem is going to be the raid boss Hazed. He is ready and awaiting. He's spotting your heads, he's tapping away, gets himself one before he finally calls off. Well, he's got 4 kills anyway, right? This guy's happy days. It is now just Maluk, a one-man army. He's got himself a bomb plant. But I find myself coming back to the statement of just what more could he possibly do? He's having a good crack at it. Round off a couple of shots with the scout, but it will just be the one kill as I try and hit one, but instead toggle the console. Rookie observing mistakes 101. But yeah, I mean, can we just talk about Hazed for a second? I mean, I don't want to hype him up too much, but the dude's 17-3. Like, you just gotta show him some love for that.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
I'd say what, guys, do me a favor. Who's streaming POVs from Mythic? I assume they're streaming POVs. They do. If Hayes streaming a POV, like, that thing's about to get spicy. Just throwing that out there. But you should stick with us and watch this and then review his demo afterwards. Just saying. Of course, a bit of an awkward one for TeamOne now. Their economy doesn't really allow them a huge amount of flexibility. Just gonna be on the pistols here. A little bit of Kevlar in play on Nico. DK and such. Realistically, you have to argue sort of what utility they have as a team here, though. And they can try and burst out through mid, maybe, but the duels just don't really work out too well. They do actually get it 1-for-1 in the end, but a lot of damage is done, and damage really is going to be the thing of value here for Mythic. The more they can chip away at TeamOne, just the easier these rounds are to close out. Obviously, they don't want to be taking any more losses, but the damage is going to be everything here, and you're just annihilating them. And that's pretty much what happens anyway. Flom looks like he's ready to collect every single kill out towards B. Anger will find the last, and just like that, we got ourselves a 6-2 scoreline here as Mythic try and build things up on their CT side. Flom, Adrian, and Hayes are all currently streaming their point of views. That is interesting. Definitely would recommend watching any streams like that have polls and stuff. Are definitely good watches. So. I actually remember I used to watch some of the Mythic streams like a while ago. Just if I wanted to learn a specific thing about a map, I'd watch them play that map because you have all their comms and stuff. Super insightful Anger again through the flash. Smoked blooms up to cover him as well. Adren just wants to get aggressive. That's the third or fourth kill that Mythic have now found through flashes and through smokes. Unreal timing. I wonder if he can find anything else here as well. Obviously, got this little standoff here. Free smoke does come through. Means he'll just reposition, play around the corner, I suppose. Almost using the element of surprise just to sneak him with that little headshot angle. He does decide to go through the door. His teammates obviously are working up through short, so TeamOne are definitely investigating their options here on this A site. Sure if they're really feeling like they can commit to this though. I mean, they're pushing and prodding towards short, not getting a huge amount back. Obviously, there is a smoke there, so that is still slowing everything down. He's lined up with the God Flash. This will completely blind anyone who decides to make that push. A little bit further back, so they haven't, still committed to anything though. What I like here is actually this. This is sneaky. Maluk and Co getting out through mid, looking for that B pick, before then pushing out on towards short. Anger just rushes through long. And now he's going to be right behind them. Anger, this is your show, buddy. You can spot the mid to B, you can call it to Flom. And then we can see how this double stack on B works out for them. There's one, make it to a second. Left, right, good night. Actually going to get stopped there. So at least one kill put in, but 8 seconds to plant the bomb with 3 players hunting you down, buddy. You're just a serving for the rest of this meal. TeamOne. A good time to call a pause, I think. I definitely understand that. Hey Caster, where are you from? Usually I'd say from good old rainy UK, but it's actually just boiling here. So yeah, really hot UK right now. It's like 30 degrees. I don't know why our country decided they wanted a heat wave, but hey, it's happened. See, I knew the minute I said like any sort of temperature, anybody was pretty much anyone from anywhere that's actually hot will quite easily pipe up and be like, "Oh, you guys in the UK are so weak." Which, I mean, that's true, but we're used to the rain and the cold, okay? And yeah, of course, there's already a Texas guy. It's like 38 Celsius every day, and do it in our sleep. 105 on the sun here on the thermometer. You guys be crazy. Actually, even more aggression here from Mythic. Obviously, Poland just using little jumps to get information on B tunnels, but it's also just looking towards short. You got a Dren going for these early shots, whips out the P250, trying to roll back the years there as he squeezes in 2 kills. And up has fallen into the arms of the T side, but it's not going unpunished. Just gonna sit there, lines up the 1-tap. He's thinking, right, I can't peek this. If I peek this, I die. So he waits. He plays patient. His target begins to sneak on in, then he plays peekaboo. Unable to shut him down, finds the kill. happy as anything, walks away with the AWP. Out here in SoCal, it was 46 today. Damn, you guys in your heat. Like, I don't know how you do it. Honestly, no idea. Classic mid-duel, looking like it is going to be a thing. Flom actually getting hit with a tag there, down to 31 HP as he crosses on over. Air conditioning is how we do it. This man knows. Someone get this man a job doing, I don't know, just something, but this man knows. He's smart. Air conditioning is the way forward to every problem in life. Much like aggression in Warriors as well, with a well-timed flash, it solves all your issues with map control. Suddenly you get yourself an opening pick. Sure, you take a little bit of damage in return, but hey, a kill's a kill. They have an advantage, it's 5v4. Map control, actually still a bit of an issue, all jokes aside. They haven't really done anything with the kill. But the fact that they've got a kill means that they now can be a little bit more selective about how they want to approach this round and just really play out the best of the rest of this minute to their best ability. It looks like Long is going to be their target. Flash is going to be thrown, the push comes out, Anger is completely blind, and well, the first kill leads to a second kill. A rinse, repeat, works a wonder. 2 kills in play for TeamOne. Let's see if they can go for the third. Just desperately trying to hold on to this one, gets himself a kill before just retreating rapidly. He knows what's coming. I think if you throw the flash, maybe consider playing the corner. Molly's going to deny anyone coming from short, but peeking this is ballsy, buddy. He goes for it anyway, hits the first shot, now looking for a second. Smoke comes down, he can't see a thing, but it's a Dren. Of course, he keeps peeking time and time again. This man just running headfirst into the fray, looking to see what he can do, but he'll finally be put to rest by TeamOne. Too little too late, though. This is doable now, that Smoke just allowing angle of angle Flom. Looking around trying to spot something. Shots just don't quite add up, though. We've done it again. Like, why is that key there? We need to rebind console to something that's not that key. What we tried to do there was open the scoreboard, and we'll do that again for you now. There you go. Actually had a spot Pollen here on the jump. Goes for the shot, but that's such a hard one to hit. Obviously, an interesting thing to note here, if you're just looking for little tidbits in round to spot, one positive from Mythic is that they're able to do so much damage to TeamOne early on. Look at all that little almost chip damage that they've been able to cash in on TeamOne. You've got Luke down to 42 HP, for example. That secondary Orc down to 76 HP. You know, Mythic have a lot of confidence behind them as well. You can see this by their long control, just getting deep in towards build. Sure, they're getting lit up for it. You know, Anger is down to 11 HP. If one more shot comes in through that wall, he's gonna die. But he's doing okay. They're not finding him. They are struggling. He's nested into this corner. He's considering trying to worm his way out of it, but he actually gets away with it as well. I thought he was going to stick it out, in fairness. Hey, he's just going to play peekaboo off the door. He's not only one, but a chance at a second. He cannot go shot for shot through the wood, though, with Nico. He would die first. Why got the HP for that? Case closed. Dren just at it again though with the AWP. Crucial kill there on towards Nico. Anger then pushing up through short off the back of a Dren's kill. Means the bomb has now been taking control of. IDK slipping in from behind. Manages to at least finish off Anger, but now the position is known. The bomb is sieged upon. And with 18 seconds on the clock, I think we can all agree there is no chance in hell TeamOne are getting themselves a fourth round just yet. We're going to have another crack at it in round 13.
Counter-terrorists win.
It's actually a nice pause from TeamOne. I like this. Just it's a tech pause. So I was hoping it almost would be a tactical just to talk things out once again, but they can sort of do that anyway now. Looks like we are going to see a couple of restarts come in here just to sort a few things. pretty much everyone's just going to leave, I think, to reboot their PC. So I see a lot of questions like surrounding what it is these guys are actually playing in. So let me give you the summary here, right? So what you're watching right now is the StarSeries I-League Season 6 North American Qualifier. We've got ourselves 8 teams that have been invited to the first phase of this competition. Of course, with all of the games starting today, and also I think some games tomorrow as well. Just 2 best of 3s tomorrow, 2 today. Obviously, over in Group A, we've got Sword Patrol, TeamOne, Mythic, and Blackout. In Group B, Dignitas, Bravado, Prospects, and then really old people, which is effectively like Cardiac and Effie's team. I think Haid's on as well. For reference, tomorrow's games are Dignitas, Prospects, and Bravado, really old people. The second best of 3 of today is Sword Patrol versus Blackout. But anyway, getting back to what I was actually trying to explain, which is what this whole event is and how it all works. So, effectively, the teams that make it through the first phase, obviously will go into the second phase against teams potentially like NRG, United, Ghost, Complexity, who are all going to be trying to get those spots. Go through the second phase, then you can start thinking about getting to Kiev, etc. I actually think those 4 teams from what I'm reading here are confirmed as well. Obviously, goes without a doubt. If you want to figure out what's going on with any event in CSGO, HTL TV or Wikipedia is your friend. I really hope that the maintenance thing that was just posted by a viewer is not true. There have been a lot of issues with like internet and stuff today. So hopefully that's not the case. But Discord, Spotify, they all went down earlier on. It was less than pretty. Yeah, this could be. I'm not going to open up chat. I mean, you guys all saw it. I didn't see it. So, so Caster, this tournament doesn't use an anti-cheat and sub is playing. I mean, I'm not getting even into those conversations. It's all safe. Don't you worry. I'm gonna gloss over that. All I can say is stuff like this, pretty much a lot of these events obviously held to the highest of integrity. Integrity is like such a huge part of Counter-Strike. People still use Skype. I ask myself the same question every day, Ben. It's, well, in fairness, there's like a split now between Discord and Skype communities. Skype is still like quite an often like businessy tool. So. How come Panorama isn't being used for Spectate? Because it's just been really buggy for me. And a couple of other people said the same thing, like they've just had inconsistent results with it. So it's something that I'm going to like triple check, but obviously for this stream, I didn't have a huge amount of time to set things up for the stream, so I just didn't want to risk it, just in case it was going to be buggy on me again. Like I've had some issues where, for me, Panorama has just crashed my computer, it's crashed GoTVs, like it's just not, it's not worth the hassle ultimately. Yeah, so Insomnia is like basically the same thing, right? It's crashing for him as well, so. It's funny, like every time I look at Twitch chat, I see new commands that I never even knew existed that Insomnia is using. I'm basically learning how to mod by just watching Twitch chat. It's Alan live. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people having issues with like Panorama, like having to reinstall CS, that sort of stuff. It's it needs some TLC before it will truly be ready. There's also the coach bug as well, which makes scrimming just really, really frustrating. So Either way, we got ourselves some Counter-Strike back, which is it's kind of what we wanted. We effectively rambled on for a bit there as we were waiting for the technical issues to solve, but all is good in the world. We are back alive with the first map of this best of 3. It is dust2. It is 9-3 in favor of Mythic. Obviously, that initial duel towards long was attempted by Mythic, but they got nothing. Just a smoke and a molly to slow things right down to a grinding halt. Tiger then just doing the same old player, getting close up against the wall and really listening for all of those sound cues that can come in from people running up through short. Worth noting, TeamOne have, well, some sparse weaponry, that's one way of putting it. It is basically just Eagles and then the 1 AK and 1 AWP, so they're just using this burst strategy out towards long, and Nico just lurking on towards B. Works out fairly well. I mean, they go 2 for 2, so you can't knock him. Go and punch a bunch with Mythic on a buy round. That's not half bad when you've got 3 Deagles in play. Obviously, you can try and pick up a lot of these weapons towards long and actually maybe make something work. So, credit where credit is due. TeamOne are not in a bad spot here. When you've got Nico rotating over as well, he can spot these players coming up through mid. If he lands a 1DK on towards Flom, we are in a juicy position. "30 seconds remain. TeamOne just letting this one play out rather slowly. Starting to move up through long though, beginning the advances towards that cross. And that's where things get a little bit more risque. Poland just going to be holding that cross. No smoke just yet. Has a headshot opportunity, struggles to find it. Goes through a little bit late, but Nico just wrapping him up right now. Gets himself both the first and second kill respectively. Is it just enough to get the plant? Well, there's your answer, Flom. All eyes on you, including Maluk's Orb. A flick up and shutting him down. TeamOne, they've only gone to bag the 4th. And then an instant pause. Looks like it is another technical issue as well. Hopefully this one will get wrapped up fairly quickly. Of course, just going to let their admin team do their work and let us know what is going on. All goes to plan, we might actually be ready to go, and I mean, there's our answer. Both teams readied up. The unpause call comes in from TeamOne, just waiting on Mythic to follow suit, and we are back in the game. Obviously hoping to see a bit of that classic hazed continue to show throughout this series. First 13 rounds have been definitely quite spicy. 20-7 though. Not quite the 14 to scoreline that he held originally. Still a great scoreline though. Before anyone thinks I'm knocking on him, it still is great. Either way, they don't really have a huge amount here. So they're just going to get aggressive. Well, it's had some rewards, it's had some punishment. Buddy, that's just way too aggressive around the corner. Your head just plays peekaboo as you try and get yourself a rifle. Not ideal. We're going to see if maybe he can work something with a scout. Lands a couple of tags here and there, but following up for a kill just yet. Flom, meanwhile, this could be good. Decides not to take the shot though, plays it super, super slow. If he can get up on this box, maybe he'll be able to do something. Adren putting in the work, but the molly comes in right behind. The coordination, it's just not worked out. Flom, how quick can you be? Not worked. Not worked at all. Luke, 1 HP. So dangerously close. It's going to come down to Adren. His shot won't land. It's going to be a 5th for TeamOne. Question you got to ask yourself there, and one of the things that I really wanted to let sink in within that round is, do you go for the immediate kill, Or do you consider maybe getting a little bit greedy and looking for more? Now, the reason I use the phrase greedy is because you have got yourself a guaranteed kill there, right? Like, there was no way he wouldn't have found that frag. But he wanted more. He wanted to go for that maybe second kill or the information even in. It's a tough call to make, and by no means do I want to put myself in the mind of a player, but obviously it's something for us to think about. A bit of food for thought. So you're seeing the classic mid-push here. Mythic just going to go running all up, no care in the world, and once again, we start to see the same sort of signs show, the cracks for TeamOne as these pistols rattle them. They're landing a lovely shot in towards lower tunnels, while then just repositioning up on towards short, as they then just watch for ADK, who actually loses life to Hazed anyway. Just another 1D in the back of the neck for Hazed. Finishes it off with a crafted second. Lovely stuff. 10-5. See, CS... This is something we got to talk about. You can't be playing me this music. No one wants to hear it. We've turned this off a good 6 times today. Just start resetting my music settings, please. No one wants to hear this sound. It's not pretty. It's not bad. It's just annoying. Yeah, so, I mean, it's alright, like, you don't have to hate on me for not liking the music, but, I mean, I'm just, you listen to it so much that it's just like, oh god, not again. Let's see if the Hyper Mythic can carry forward into their second pistol, the team who supposedly don't win pistols according to their very own stat bot. See if they can find a second of this series so far. You're looking at a lot of aggression through long. Hazed, of course, the man to lead the charge. The only sort of missing link will be Pollen. He's in lower tunnels. Just going to try and wreak havoc from behind. Heading up on towards short. Here we go. The main brunt of the push begins. It's going to be all on Maluk here to try and stop this one originally. Smoke comes in. Tap, tap away. Finding absolutely nothing on the cross. Disaster. Oh, Maluk there and then just gets aggressive. They're going to bounce up and up. Try and look for a kill. Maybe return some fire. Pollen doing his job. Not only one, but a solid chance at a second. Is actually going to be traded out, but just distracting them is all he needed to do there. Unfortunately, kills are still being collected on the site, though. And that means a retake is very much possible, especially when you're looking at taps like that, as they just go in together as a unit and trade away. Mythic and losing pistol rounds. Name a better duo is a comment there from Hell Warden. It's a tough one, but historically, yeah, they've definitely not had the greatest strength in pistol. What's interesting is Mythic playing dust2. Definitely interesting to see how they can close this out on their T side. Obviously, a little bit of a different dynamic compared to the first half they've just played out. It's also a good little stack of rounds built up though. Being on 10 is by all means a great spot for them. They've got a little bit of leeway here. TeamOne do look to collect their second round on the back of their pistol win. A couple of shots do go out and towards mid. It looks like everything's going to plan. The flash leaves them a little bit dazed, but every kill is still going their way. The smoke does come through from Mythic, but it's just late to the party. This is the interesting one though. Mythic on the buy. The AKs was coming to the forefront. The scout kind of takes the back seat here. Going to be looking to get some damage in, but kills are going to be a pretty hard sell depending on the jewels he's given. But on paper, it should be pretty tough for Flom to have a huge impact here. Obviously, his team just getting super aggressive out through long. They are just taking these jewels, no care in the world. The flash does nothing to stop them, though. Pollen losing in life almost instantaneously as the rest of his team then go for the gambit up short. They are hoping desperately so they can trade back this kill. And Luke just there peeking off a ramp, and nade lands at his toes. Flash almost right behind him. They're just going to peek it nice and wide. Anger might be blind, but a kill still found in his name. Here, of course, the bomb does get planted. And if they can get themselves into a relatively good afterplants, and TeamOne consider the retake. Is it worthwhile? Is it even possible? It's the question they're going to be asking themselves right now with the first kill swaying in favor of Mythic. It's not looking pretty. Nico will bring something back for them to work with, but realistically, it doesn't change anything as Anger is just going to get aggressive, and it's just going to cut you down. Adren opens up for another kill as well. It just looks simple pickings as Mythic will find themselves their 11th round. From there, of course, the gap has a chance to widen once more. TeamOne have to decide if they want to spend into this round or sit back and go for the full-on save. They've got a good chunk of money on every player for a half buy here if they want to, but it still puts them at a disadvantage in comparison to Mythic, who can now go onto these 4 AKs and really just try and wreak some damage. Of course, this CT side. That scout's still on play, of course, but with the focal point still very much those rifles. You're just getting a bit of a love tap from behind there, actually. Hayes is just disgusting, the fact that he can get that kill. It's how does he get away with this? I mean, you've got Pollen getting 2 kills while blind. You got Hayes just sneaking shots in through smokes. At least TeamOne have got that going for them. They get a return kill, but then it's just another trade from Anger. These pistols getting close enough, and even when they are, well, it gets tougher and tougher. Okay, buddy. It's just a 1, but hey, it looked good. The bomb just gonna tick on down. Nice little blinding shot there from Adren as teammate Anger will finish things off. Upgrade comes in for Flom as well, which is definitely something going to be continuing to watch now, seeing what he can do with the AWP. He's just looking for the same kill. Surely shouldn't get away with this, right? Surely not. Like they're actually just going to completely group up through mid. Adren and Pollen just taking the dry peek, going for the smoke straight in towards cross, while then looking up on towards that B site now. TeamOne should know what's coming. They should also know that they're somewhat isolated here. That's a good first kill for them to find, but everything's now been spotted. They know the last player is car, so they just peek it from door, tunnels, and window respectively. 3 angles. It's impossible to fight. They basically get the little sight in it. Gift wrapped ribbon on top, you know, everything you need. From there, TeamOne, you can't retake it. There's no 3v4 retake on towards the B site. That's just not going to happen. Seeing a lot of chat here about people asking why Mythic are more of a stream team and instead of a quote-unquote more traditional professional team. So definitely an interesting conversation, but there's one comment specifically that I feel like deserves to be highlighted, and I'll get into that in just a second. Do see Luke's head full. And that is the fact that Connor Skulls has it down perfectly. Teams like Mythic have created a really friendly and positive community, did a lot of good, especially within North American Counter-Strike, etc. It's a great thing. I don't think anyone can be frustrated at what they built, that's for sure. For a second there, I thought Flom was actually going to follow up for the kill, but only puts Flom down. Oh, Nico, sorry, to 29 HP. should just be able to dispatch with these pistols relatively. Drone actually going to do most of the work on his own. The Flom steals away a lot of the kills, but yeah, the point is still very much the same. Damage is done, kills are found, and it's going to be a blissfully easy 14th round for Mythic. This is the one that's a little bit tougher now. It's when TeamOne can really put up a bit of a fight. 5 M4s will enter the server, full utility as well to boot. See what TeamOne's CT side really is made of, as it is kind of crunch time. It's 14-7. You lose this round, Mythic will get themselves their first map point of this best of 3, and well, your backs are up against a wall. You've got very little left, or if anything, left in the bank. The next round definitely isn't going to look too pretty for you. You've got to make this work. Like we are going to see the same team play through mid door. A little bit of confidence coming in, or would have to happen at least from Anger if they do decide to take that jewel. But second thoughts, in fact, as they seem to just be moving through short and tunnels respected. Anger's job just to stop anyone from putting, if they have got aggressive through B, to push down through lower tunnels and catch anyone on the rotate. Going to join the rest of his team though, as they do want to fight on short. DK spotting them first, takes a couple of shots, but doesn't get anything at all. Anger just dropping them dead, gets both of the kills, trading for his teammates as they fell. Smoke then to be dropped. Flom wants to get aggressive. He wants this. Pollen taking down Maluk. His sight is there. Flom, you just gotta punch the digits into the bomb. That's your sole job right here. And better yet, you've planted for long. If you can get yourself down there with that AWP, you're gonna have an absolute field day. And almost certainly a 15th round for your team as you throw the little pop flash towards under. You're getting ready to peek. Looking to see if you can find something, but TeamOne are realizing it is all but over. There you go, pretty much lock and key as Mythic secure themselves their first map point in this best of 3. I've turned it up a little bit there for you, Carlo. You just got to turn up the stream though as well. That's definitely a shout. I know that. Oh, I mean, I like how I look away at my mixer and then I look back and I see this beautiful sight here. There we go. We good. That was not a pleasant sight there for a second, but I mean we not ideal. We're gonna act like that hasn't just foreshadowed what's to come, and instead we're gonna focus on what's actually happening, which is the A site being taken, and Anger and Adrena just double teaming them right now to absolute death. Running into a CT, getting super aggressive. Couple of bullets in the back of the neck, and well, their job is done. 16-7 in favor of Mythic as they secure map 1 of this best of 3. We're well aware that a little lag happens when the game is over, but we don't want to ruin it for everyone else. We try not to get on that too much, but unfortunately it's something that does happen in some cases. In regards to the Poland pronunciation, yeah, you're totally correct. It's just really easy for me to say Poland. It's something that I just sort of, in my head, I just go to that, so I definitely need to not do that. But I appreciate the heads up. Either way, that is going to be GG's for this game. Hopefully we can have a bit of a smoother second map, no technical issues, anything like that. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a little bit more comfortable. That'd be nice. With that said, I'm going to take a very short break, fix a couple of things for you. Hopefully the server can smoothen out as well. I'll be right back with you for map 2 in just a few moments' time. Folks, do not go anywhere. Of course, CS Money and Hellcase making this stream happen. GG Bet as well. Much love to our sponsors.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.